Lisa. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? I am in such high spirits. I've been wearing my t-shirts. They're selling out. I know. I will order more. They come in blue. They come in cream, my darlings. I thought of you every step of the way. What is delayed, baby, is never denied. There is justice for every single one of us out here in these streets. Yes, my darlings, we ship internationally. Yes, my darlings, we have a size chart. Darling, and we have an international size chart for all of Fumi Nation all over the world. It comes in inches. You can measure across the chest. You can measure the sleeve, my darlings, and you can go ahead and measure the width all the way down. Yes, we have new t-shirts, my darlings. We have our Powerpuff Superwoman. It had to be her. It could not be anybody else. As you very well know, she is the first and front and center of every episode, and she represents us. She represents all of us. She represents our strength. She represents our fabulosity. She represents eating our salads and minding our business. And baby, what is delayed is not denied. We have come out with the baby blue, and when you turn around, we have what is delayed is not denied. We did longer sleeves this time around for our girlies. For those of you that are conscious of your upper arms, I got you, mama. We also have what? The crew neck, so that you are comfortable with your limousine girlies and you can go everywhere and anywhere. We have no tags. Instead, I made sure that it was a print so that you have no reactions. There you go, my darlings. Are we living and loving? Beautiful cotton. Might I add that we ship internationally. We have it in our beautiful sky blue for a punch of color for spring. We also have it in cream, my darlings. Yes. And sizes small to 4X. I went out yesterday. Was it day before yesterday? And when I tell you the amount of compliments that I got, I screamed. I was like, is there something that I do not know? And I was so impressed with the amount of guys that said, I need this for my mom, I need this for my wife, I need it for my girlfriend, for my sister, for my cousins. And they just kept on asking. I was at the mall, and it was unbelievable. You can tuck her in. It's a long tee, and you will absolutely love her. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Yes, darlings, the links are below. Go ahead and get yours. If we sell out, I will order more. All right? Love you, and thank you. Mwah. Let me stand up because I am wearing none other than Gingham Hall. Are we living and loving? Let me just tuck this in because I was sitting down. Just look at how fabulous this is. I don't have a pair of trousers like this, and I'm just living and loving. Gingham Doll, discount code Fumi. So, why are we here? I'll tell you why we're here. It's been a minute since I covered Justn, Baldoni, and Blake Lively, my darling. Yes. Our beautiful princess, so to speak, because I'm not going to be petty, okay? Our beautiful princess. Well, things have taken a certain elevation. So let us read. Blake Lively's sexual harassment suit against Justn Baldoni's dealt a major blow as the judge throws out 10 of her 13 claims. Oh wow. In a major setback to Lively's sexual harassment suit against Baldoni, a judge has thrown out 10 of her 13 claims, including claims of harassment, defamation, and conspiracy. Is that a fact? Lively's sexual harassment against her former co-star and director Justn Baldoni has reached a pivotal moment. On Thursday, the 2nd of April, a federal judge in the Southern District of New York ruled on Baldoni's bid to end the case before it goes to trial. U.S. District Judge Louis J. Lemon dismissed the majority of Lively's claims, including harassment, defamation, and conspiracy, while allowing a narrower set of allegations, including breach of contract and 2 retaliation-related claims, to move forward to trial. Judge Lehman wrote that certain claims could not proceed as a matter of law, including those dependent on Lively being classified as an employee, while others, particularly her relation-related allegations, were sufficiently supported to continue. The ruling dismisses some claims, including Lively's Title VII retaliation claim and California Labor Code retaliation claim, as well as certain claims against individual defendants. It allows others, including her one retaliation claim against Wayfair and related entitles, to proceed. The case remains on track for trial the 18th of May. In December 2024, Lively 38 filed a lawsuit against Baldoni 42, producer Jamie Heath, Wayfair Studios, its co-founder Steve Sarowitz, publicist Jennifer Abel, and crisis publicist Melissa Nathan. She alleges Baldoni subjected her to sexual harassment and that he and other defendants orchestrated a retaliatory smear campaign to destroy her reputation in connection to It Ends With Us. She is seeking more than $160 million in damages. Baldoni has denied the claims. Baldoni filed $400 million countersuit against the Gossip Girl actress, her husband Ryan Reynolds, 49, publicist Leslie Sloan, and Sloan's PR firm, alleging defamation and breach of contract. The case was dismissed by Judge Lehman in June of 2025. Oh, wow. What does this say? The latest ruling follows a court-mandated settlement conference, February 11th, that ended without an agreement. During a January 22 hearing on motion, attorneys for both sides presented sharply different accounts of what happened on set. Okay, yes. He argued that Lively failed to meet the legal standard required to prove harassment at one point, calling the allegations small potatoes. I like that. Go right ahead. Lehman responded, a whole bunch of little things can add up to be a big thing. Baldoni's attorney, Jonathan Bach, argued the dispute stemmed from creative disagreements, not unlawful conduct. This is a case about making a movie, one with highly charged romantic and sexual themes. Bach told the court, noting that an intimacy coordinator was available and that the source material included sexual conduct, of which she refused to engage with the intimacy coordinator. Lively's attorneys Ezra Hudson countered that Baldoni's conduct was consistently inappropriate and crossing boundaries, alleging he introduced sexualized material not in the script, including a birth scene and a dance sequence in which he allegedly nuzzled Lively. Fumi, finish. You're getting hot. You know what? I think this is a hot flash. Hold on. Oh, it's definitely a hot flash. Okay. She did not think this should be a hot and sexy move at all. If you had coordinated with the intimacy coordinator, this would not have been an issue, Blake. Hudson also argued that Lively faced retaliation after raising concerns, including when she declined to appear in photographs with Baldoni. Unprofessional. If you signed in the contract, it's unprofessional. You do your job. She said she did not want pictures with him. That was protected conduct, Hudson told the court. Alrighty. Again, I haven't done this in a minute because I'm just not into the clickbait and just dragging this out. He said, she said, this said. Here is the thing, to sum it up for me, and I will follow it. There were a couple of things that were stand out for me, and as far as I'm concerned, no excuse. That you took his film and you wanted to have directorial power over creativity of which you did not create. Blake, have several seats. Your husband is a bully. You are a bully. You're arrogant and you have the air of superiority. You think you're superior because you've been in Hollywood much longer than Baldoni. So you looked at him like a small fry We can bully him. We can take the movie. If I don't want to do this in the movie, I don't want to do it. If I don't want to wear this, I don't want to wear it. If I want to get a 400,000 wardrobe of which I keep everything, I will have that. It was things like that that put me off. You're not a professional, and you are nowhere near a Meryl Streep or Viola Davis. Those are the two that come to mind when it comes to actors, female actors. You are nowhere near. You believe you're a princess and you want to pout and cry and bully your way through, or gaslight or exaggerate situations because you did not get your way. You told him to come into your dressing room while you were breastfeeding. That's somebody that you were not comfortable with. That's somebody that you felt intimidated with. You just didn't want to do it. And still you wanted to get paid. And still you wanted to have all of these benefits, so to speak. And you had your husband to back you up. That was what this was, and you have done it before. You play coy, get into the film, then you want to shake things up. And I am so happy because this is a classic case of David and Goliath. You being Goliath, of where you have Hollywood friends, and you have Hollywood friends that own agencies. So you know what? We are going to fire Baldoni. We are going to make it so uncomfortable for him that he will have no choice but to succumb. And then the dirtiest trick in the book, of which some women use. Oh, he sexually harassed me. And you know it is not true. These are the vibes that I got. I'm just calling it in a nutshell. I don't have time for the horse and pony show. That's how I see it. And I hope that he hangs you out to dry in this New York, that you lose everything, because I want you to be a lesson to the others out there in Hollywood. Hollywood has to be wiped out. It has to have a clean slate, and we bring people in that do have talent, that do want to work, that do want to collab, that do want to tell all of these stories. Talking about stories, the author, what is her name again? I've forgotten, don't care. You're spineless because you know that it is true. But you thought, let me shimmy up to Blake Lively, who has all of these big friends. Then you know what? I can get somewhere. Well, you see how this is all turning out. Justn, you also come forward. Baby brother of mine, I want this to be a lesson to you. And I know that is hard. You are talent. You're a handsome young brother. You have your family. You have your wife. Anybody that steps up to you and tries to bully you in any way, shape or form, stand firm. Because you know what? You got yourself into this mess because you kept on saying yes. Oh, well, you know, I don't want to rock any waves. I don't want to, maybe she would be this. No, you are only fanning the flames. You know why? Because you see, a bully only feeds off of fear. Once you stand firm, they will back off. They will now realize, okay, you know what, we really can't do A, B, and C. Have all of your witnesses, have all of the recording. I love the fact that you stepped up and you had a website where you put everything out there. And Judge Lehman, I salute you. Mwah, mwah, kiss on both cheeks, because I really wasn't sure. But you are standing firm to say, we don't have time for this kind of nonsense. We're going to stay true, and I am not moved by anybody out here in these streets, because this is the court of law. That's Hollywood, where we do make believe. But out here in this courtroom, we only believe of what you have made it. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button. And yes, I will be back and I will follow this story. Mwah! I live and love. Get your t-shirt. If they're sold out, I will get some more. What is delayed, my darling Justn Baldoni, is not denied. But let this be a lesson. Don't let anybody bully you out here in these Hollywood streets. You've got the talent, you've got the game, you've got the insight. Go with that. That's all that you need. Everything else, all these actresses out here, because I was in Hollywood for 10 years and I saw a lot of them for what they were. Majority of them don't have any talent. It was who they knew. It was this, that, whatever. There were a lot of actors that were doing part-time jobs because they couldn't get a gig. Because you had the likes of Blake Lively out here in these streets, who was just blazing her way through, as talentless as she is. Yes, I said it.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking